there, naps. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we are going to be doing some fun eyeliner, or what I hope is going to end up being fun eyeliner. We'll see how the execution goes. And in the meantime, we're also going to be talking about HALTs. Alright, first things first, gotta change my eyes. I got something in my eye there. We're gonna be doing some fun, like, sky type eyeliner, and I'm interested to see how all of my beautiful hooded eye-ness cooperates with this. I'm gesturing like this, like I'm gonna start with my eyeliner. I should start with my eyeliner. And gonna be using Shane Dawson Jeffree Star Mini Controversy, because it has blue shades in it that I can use for sky colors. And I'm gonna start with Cancelled, which is a really pretty, like, aqua blue. So I don't have colored eyeliners, so I get to do this with eyeshadow. And then I'm probably gonna color in my waterline. And because it's a fun, like, statement-y eyeliner, I'm gonna make it really big. Things to keep in mind. When you are feeling cranky, when you think the world hates you, you think everything you touch is just gonna melt away into nothingness and everything is horrible, you wanna HALT, which is a fun acronym, which is why I said that with that face. But Jocelyn, what the heck does HALT mean? That's a good question, also Jocelyn, since I'm sitting here talking to myself on a camera. By the way, to get this, I'm just dipping water in here on the brush, and then I'm using it to kind of paint my lid. That means stop, like the actual definition of HALT. And it also means to check in on yourself. So you want to HALT, check to see if you are feeling hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. If you are feeling any of those things, readdressing them will help change your mindset and your attitude, or can change your mindset or attitude about the day. Sorry if you can hear hammering. They're working on the porch. The reason that these things are important is they can cause a lot of strife in our life. They are part of our basic needs. If you guys remember me talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs from that one video, then you'll know that our basic needs include a lot of our physical needs, which is like sleeping, drinking water, eating. I think loneliness is a factor too. I think that everyone during this shutdown has experienced a level of loneliness that a lot of people didn't realize was possible or present in their lives, and it's been difficult for a lot of people. So addressing that can be very helpful. Magically make them even. And it's magically even. There we go. They have now moved to the back porch, and my dog is very upset. But I did add a little extra because I'm allowed to be extra. It's fine. Chill. You gotta HALT. Are you hungry? No, because she just had food. Ladybird, are you angry? Maybe a little bit. Let's see. Hey, Ladybird, can you come here? Ladybird, come here. Are you a little angry? Maybe. Hunger is easy enough to fix. You go and get a snack. I'm gonna go in with Flat Earth, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this a little bit more of like a skyscape and find the spots where I am putting clouds, and I'm gonna use kind of like a rounded short brush. To be fair also, I don't really know how to make clouds, so we'll see how this goes. Probably should. I'm gonna use white too. But I wanted depth. I wanted color depth. There. Well, that's what concealer's for, right? We go back in later and we fix it. Hunger is easy to fix. You get something that is like a well-balanced food item to fix that hunger. Which I say is easy enough to fix, but if you're in a food desert, that might not be easy enough to fix. It is a simple fix, but perhaps not an easy fix. I'm gonna use Your Majesty from Jeffree Star's palette to make clouds. I'm using my little liner brush again because the bigger brush was not so good. Anger, on the other hand, is more difficult because it's not like you can just always fix your anger, but it is really beneficial to recognize what is causing your anger. Tools to kind of solving, or not even solving, but working through that anger include things like finding somebody who's not directly involved in the situation to talk to about it. It's not always possible to talk to the person you're angry with, especially if it's like somebody who's in a more powerful position over you and you can't really be honest with them. Like, it makes sense. There's gonna be a lot of frustration and anger. Hence the anger, I guess. Gonna go back in with some more blue. That's a little bit better. So, anger, talking to people, working through your problem, figuring out how to solve it if you are able to. If you are angry at someone because you feel that someone disrespected you and you are able to talk to them about it, that is the best way to kind of work through that anger and process it and kind of move past it. Because as much as anger can feel like a real driving motivation, if you hold on to it too long, it can cause a lot of like physical health issues. Like you can have higher blood pressure, it can mess with your sleep, it can do all sorts of things, and the longer you experience anger, kind of like any high stress thing, the longer you experience it, the more it becomes chronic, the more problematic it becomes. So that's why it's important to halt. You know, stop a little bit, stop and listen to what your body is telling you. Thinking of which, what am I doing now? I think I'm gonna go through, and there is a really pretty, it's a shimmery blue, but I'm gonna go through and line the edges because the next step, I think, for me is I'm going to kind of make like a hard line on the outer edge. So, but I'm going to just make it even easier for myself and over a line again with the Simulation, which is a really pretty shimmery blue. It's that guy. So I've used that one, and this little lighter blue one up here, along with the other one from the Bloodlust palette. Okay. So loneliness is like hunger in the simple but not easy factor. Why? Because the easiest solution to loneliness is hanging out with somebody, finding a friend, and kind of working through that loneliness. Which again, super simple, but if you're lonely, it's not like you're not trying to work beyond that. That loneliness does not have to involve just like physical touch, although physical touch starvation is a real problem. Rimmel London Scandal Eyes Waterproof Gel Pencil in deep blue to do my waterline. I now know why this pencil wasn't sharpened, because it's so soft that it just keeps, you know, not getting sharp. And I realized that I have done nothing with the underside of my eye. Probably gonna add gold there because why not? When it comes to like the loneliness element, something that I have found very helpful is finding a friend you can talk to. For those of you who don't know, I am a military wife and my husband is on deployment. So there are times where we have a big time difference and he's asleep and I don't want to wake him up and I need to talk to somebody. It is completely okay to talk to a friend, and you still experience loneliness even if you are talking to someone every day. Even if you are in a relationship, even if you're surrounded by people, you can still experience loneliness. The best way to kind of break through that is to find somebody who understands you and who lets you be you and who's okay with that. And it sounds so simple, like everyone in our life should be that. But at the end of the day, not everyone in our life is. Most of the people around us knew a version of us that we are no longer. Either find ways to help those relationships evolve and grow as you do, or seek out relationships who you can be your authentic self with in order to kind of combat some of that loneliness. And I know that they're an active listener and that they're not just like, yeah, you know, whatever, my problems, right? We all have those friends who we love them to death. They're not the best listeners. So find somebody who can listen to you. Even if you're that for someone else, it is okay to not be the listener all the time. It is also okay to take a moment to stop talking and listen to somebody else. We're human beings. Intersectionality is a thing. We fit into multiple groups all the time. Now that I got my waterline kind of done, I'm gonna go ahead, just on the lower lash, I believe, I'm gonna go with the Rose Gold Tarte Clay Pot Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner. Yeah, it's super pretty. I'm horrible at applying it. That took me far longer than I'm proud to admit, and it is like everywhere. But I'm gonna clean it up eventually. But yeah. I was like, I know I brought down my Clinique Easy Eyeliner in black because I know I did. The last one on the list is tired. Tired sounds super easy to fix. You'd be like, oh yeah, tired? Huh, I hardly know her. That was a bad joke, I'm sorry. But you'd be surprised how many people think they can go on no sleep for extended periods and still think it doesn't affect them. Why? I don't know. Do I think it's a good idea? No. I've also seen a lot of people who can survive on smaller amounts of sleep though, so it does still affect their mood, but I've seen them like work with it, you know? Whereas I know that I personally suck at trying to do really long stints without sleep. With really long for me is like I need 8 hours. I need 8 hours of sleep, and if I stay up for more than 24 hours, I am not a nice person. I understand that about myself. I can function to a degree, but I suck as a human being. This is not nearly as even as I thought it was. Let's see if I can fix it. Okay, so I went back in with some more blue, I added some little birds, I went in with some white as well. It sort of looks like a sky. It's good enough. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna touch it up with some foundation, so it'll look better. The biggest part about tired that you have to keep in mind while I apply my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara is you need quality sleep. So even if you're getting like a certain amount of time per night, if you're waking up frequently, if you are blocking off that time but not really like actually sleeping during that time, like scrolling through your phone, if you're not getting any like deep sleep during your sleep time, then it makes sense why you're tired. Also, even if you're like having dreams, even if you're like deeply in your sleep cycle, you can wake up feeling tired. Maybe where you're at doesn't feel safe. Maybe you're getting nightmares, so you wake up and you feel panicked. Feeling panicked is not feeling well rested. Maybe some of your other things from HALT, like maybe you're really angry, maybe you're really hungry, and that is causing you improper sleep. Like, all of those are elements that totally can attribute to not good quality sleep. And sometimes something as simple as a nap will help. Also, I know that I found during quarantine, if I was just pushing myself to get through something, like just finish it before taking a break, it contributed to like a not very good quality of work. And so I discovered that sometimes I just needed 5 minutes to just do nothing. To go outside, to stare at a tree, to like drink a glass of water. Just 5 minutes where I gave myself permission to turn my brain off and just relax. I wholeheartedly suggest that if you have an option of doing any of those things. If you are not in a safe space where you're able to do any of those things, I implore you to contact someone to try and figure out a way to move out of that space, whatever you need to do. These are just things that I find helpful, and I will leave the link below to the big resource that describes HALT because it's very handy. All right, I am going to put my foundation on and my base, which will be my primer, my foundation, my powder, blush, contour, and I should do eyebrows too. And I will be back in a second. I said that I was gonna come back when I was done. I lied. So while I was trying to clean up my eye, I was like, you know what's probably the problem? I'm transferring everything when I close my eyes because of the hooded eye thing. So I'm using a little cry on my couch and some of that negative space now that I've gone back in and I'm kind of touching it up a little bit more, and it is looking a lot cleaner than it was. Okay, I cleaned that up. I feel better about it now. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of shimmer, I think. This is the time when I say I'm going to do something and then continuously don't do it. Okay, I'm going to use Ombre, which is a beautiful sparkly white, far too large brush. Pop it right on that inner corner. This is from the BH Cosmetics Aurora Lights palette. And then I'm going to pop it on the brow bone too. Again, using a very inappropriately sized brush. I'm going to do my contour. And today, just for you guys, I'm going to try some lashes on. So these are Lunar Angels Starlight lashes, and I thought they were pretty. So I'm going to pop those on, and I use prosthetic adhesive because I think it sticks better. So I'm using Ben Nye's prosthetic adhesive. So these are their faux mink lashes while I wait for this one to dry, and I got a discount on them, so that was fun. Bam! So they're vegan, which is pretty fun, and yeah, here we are. Cool. I just gotta wait for this one. Oh, also, I did my lips with the liquid catsuit from Wet n Wild in Right on My Topper, because I thought it would go well with my fun Tarte shade of the Amazonian eyelining clay thing. Should have trimmed these, but I didn't. Andrea. So here we are. Let's take this outside and see how it looks. Remember, naps, gotta look up. Be motivated, okay? If you're feeling unmotivated, there are reasons, there are causes. It's not because you're a failure, right? And don't forget to like this video if you like it. Comment on this video what your thoughts are on the HALT method. Have you used any of those? Do you have any suggestions for people? And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me being goofy on here and talking about stuff or motivating people. I enjoy kind of coming on here and having a chance to do some fun makeup, and I don't know, it makes me feel good. So I hope it makes somebody else feel good too. As always, I'm not a professional, so find some professionals that can help if you need it. All right, bye.